Which model do you suggest if you only want one subscription? It depends on what you're doing. If you are coding, and if you're doing that for a living, or if you're building products, then I would actually recommend, and it's a lot, but the $200 a month Claude subscription. I know that's a lot of money, but Claude Code is superb. If you are not coding and you need a general use writing AI, I'd recommend Claude. If you need an AI for the general assistant for the whole of your life, I'd go with ChatGPT for the reason that it has that persistent memory. The model may or may not be as good as Claude, depending on what you're using it for, but that persistent memory and the fact that it knows everything about you and is able to change its outputs and responses based on that memory is a game changer. So as a general assistant, definitely ChatGPT. I wouldn't personally pay for Grok. I have access because I have X Premium, X Pro. It's fine. It's not as good as the other models. That's the problem. I don't see any reason to use that unless you need real-time access to tweets and news on Twitter. But that's potentially the only potential use. But again, Stefan, it's going to depend on what you want to use it for. It's probably going to be Claude or ChatGPT. Mark and Simon, do you think they might roll it back or bring the personal element back in? They have rolled it back. But if you are on a Pro or a Plus plan, you can now access the legacy models. You go into settings, legacy models, you toggle that on, and then from the drop down on the main chat, you can now select 4.0. So there is a rollback. I don't know if that's going to be a wider rollback. It is against their mission of a unified model. They'll roll back to placate power users who wanted 4.0. And at the same time, they're going to work out that routing problem so that GPT-5 actually becomes more useful and stops giving random answers. I think that's probably their plan. We'll find out. Whatever they'll do, they'll probably do it this week, though, because they're in damage control mode. Stefan asked which paid model. If you pay for Perplexity Pro, you get access to all of the models. Perplexity Pro will give you access to GPT-5, Claude 4.0 Sonnet, or Claude 4.1 Opus for Max users, Grok 4, O3. Yeah, it will give you access to all of the other models. What it does not give you access to are the additional tools and features around those models.